Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome back to the Socks and Sandals podcast, where economic elevation and spiritual cultivation converge, and we unapologetically discuss our worldview. I am unconditioned. I am unlimited. I am indivisible duality. I am your host, Emmanuel Williams. Blessings, everyone. Welcome back to the Socks and Sandals podcast, where economic elevation and spiritual cultivation converge, and we unapologetically discuss our worldview. I am unconditioned. I am unlimited. I am indivisible duality. I am your host, Emmanuel Williams. Greetings. You are listening to episode 181. This conversation is being recorded at the GMP Podcast Studios on East 24th and Burnside in Portland, Oregon on May the 10th, 2022. Now, just a few announcements before we get started. Big thanks to the homie Buki Fadipe of Adventures in Ohm for blessing me with the opportunity to co-moderate her virtual event embodying decolonial freedoms that just happened. What was that? May the 6th. It was last Thursday, right? So that was dope. Shout out to you, Buki. I appreciate you for the opportunity. And then by the time you all hear this episode, by the time this episode comes out, I will have conducted a half-day workshop entitled Overcoming Race-Based Trauma, Moving from Generational Harm to Generational Health and Wellness, in partnership with the Portland Means Progress Workshop Series as a part of Prosper Portland, right? So salute to everyone that has attended, and hopefully by the time this comes out and we can think about it and think about how dope it was, hopefully my Achilles is still intact, because the last time I did that workshop, I tore my Achilles.
That's how I got to know you.
Exactly. Last time I did that workshop, it was July 16th, 2021. I tore my Achilles. I left it all on the court.
You literally leave it all on the court.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you don't pull no stops.
Nah, 90 minutes into a 3-hour workshop, tore my Achilles, and then hobbled back to my seat and just finished the rest. You know, you just got to finish strong out here, you know. So, yeah, hopefully everything's going to be intact by the time we get done. But today, I have an amazing guest with me, a man of many talents. He is a husband, a father, a fighter of fires, a cultivator of the earth, an entrepreneur, the owner of Crosseyed Cricket Farm, a man who stands on the courage of his convictions and takes action, a man of faith, a man of intention, and a man of purpose. We have none other than Mr. David Barron. David, welcome to the pod.
Thank you, Emmanuel, for allowing me to be here, bro.
No doubt, man.
Yeah,
no
this
doubt.
is great. This is great.
Yeah, it's long overdue.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We've been talking about getting this on for a minute.
But
we're here now.
I think the most challenging part about this is going to be keeping this under an hour, because we be at the coffee shop.
Chopping it up,
man.
Yeah. Like, for example, just today, the basics of breaking down where you've been going with your knowledge on the stock market, crypto.
Yeah,
man, that I was just in that mode to listen.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
No doubt.
Yeah, we be chopping it up though.
Every time.
And
I feel like I'll be holding you back. Like, man, you over here supposed to be checking like fire codes and stuff, and I'm over here just talking your ear off.
Man, you gotta have lunch at some point. At some point, you feel me?
You
gotta have some lunch.
No doubt.
But I tell you, it's been a great opportunity. Just sister named Tessa, she told me about Holy Beans Coffee. Mm-hmm. Like I mean, I don't know how long it was open before I went there.
It ain't been open long.
It wasn't open long, but I don't think it was like the opening weekend that I was there, but it was shortly thereafter. Mm-hmm. And man, I'm glad I found it. She told me about it. Yeah. You know what I mean? I want to shout her out. She does some knitting. She knitted me a couple, nice beanies.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yeah, I wear them from time to time. I didn't wear it today, but yeah, she hooks me up.
No doubt.
But she told me about that coffee shop, and then that's where I met you.
And I was like, I can vaguely remember it was you and another brother that was there that day. Younger. He's probably like more my age.
Yeah.
And
not an old dude like me.
Dang, did I just insinuate?
What
What I'm saying is he's just younger than you.
Yeah,
as a point of orientation. Huh?
Yeah, yeah, because I was thinking, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Drew Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played football at Portland State.
Okay.
Really sharp brother. Man, fantastic, hard worker.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we met over at the coffee shop. I told him about it. Yeah, he slid through. Yeah, that was the first time we met.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was a good conversation, too.
Yeah, it was a great conversation. He's real good, too.
Yeah.
As far as conversation goes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he can conversate.
No doubt.
What was that? The Twins had the album Conversation. Yeah, see, you're a little bit younger.
The Twins, what are you talking about? Wait.
Yeah.
Chris Cross, you talking about?
Nah, man. I'm talking about at the time, so you had Warren G, and you had the Dog Pound. You had all of this West Coast.
Okay, and it was some twins.
The group was called the Twins.
Oh yeah, I wasn't that deep.
No, you were young. You might have been too young. That was like Dennis Mitchell when I was a young man. At one day after church, man, back in Arkansas, and Mom was on this committee, that committee, so it would go a long time. But she let Dennis take me and my sister home, and he was playing NWA, and I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You on.
He put me on,
yeah.
and not only did he put me on, he gave me the tape. You know what I mean?
Not the CD, y'all. He talking about the tape.
The tape, man. Yeah, I'm dating myself.
Yeah,
the tape.
Side A and side B. Oh,
yeah,
shoot.
Yeah, real.
No doubt. That's what's up, man. Well, we got a lot to cover in a condensed amount of time, so let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
So before we get into your story and your journey of becoming who you are now, firefighter and owner of a farm and whatnot, just tell us what's a typical day in the life of Mr. David Barron, the multi-talented, multifaceted.
Yeah, I'm a part-time farmer, full-time dad, and full-time firefighter. So depending on the day of the week, it's booked. Yeah, at work, interfacing with the community.
Yeah.
Yeah, nowadays that interfacing is with mostly businesses, some residents, but a fire inspector. Yeah. I was on a fire engine for like 22 years.
Sheesh. Put in your time.
Yeah. Yeah, that would. Yeah, a lot. Seen a lot over the time.
I can imagine. I can imagine, man. So really quick, everybody that's on YouTube right now, you see me rocking these shades, not because I'm trying to be cool or nothing like that, but my eyes are really sensitive to light.
I feel.
And the last time I was in here, the light, and I had a migraine all day.
Say no more.
And so I don't know if you sensitive to light like I am.
Yeah, say no more.
Man, I'll be in like a meeting. So we have in our boardroom at work, got a big old screen, but it's like 75-inch screen.
Okay.
And it's super bright. And we'll be in a meeting, like we'll have a all day retreat. So I'll be in there for like 5-6 hours. Have a headache all day the next day because it's just my eyes are sensitive to light. So
I feel you.
That's it. I'm not trying to stun on y'all, nothing like that.
No, I see. Welcome, YouTube.
No doubt.
YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
YouTube, man. We out here. So, tell me about the process, man. Like we want to talk about your farm, Crosseyed Cricket Farm.
Yeah.
Of course, you being a firefighter for the amount of years that plays a part of your story, but the transition of going from firefighter, going from living in the city to going to live in the country, like being a rural resident, like owning acres and just building your own, like you doing everything on your own.
Well, man, nothing on my own.
I mean, not on your own.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, so what we was talking about in the shop, how a lot of us are so reliant on the system to feed us, to clothe us, to basically take care of our necessities.
Correct.
And then the further you get away from the city, the more onus is on you to take care of everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, tell me about the process of purchasing land, like the timeline, like when did it happen, and just how did it come about?
Yeah, so the process started. I wanted to do it for, a long time. My father wanted to do it. We had family that had land like that, but I knew it was something I wanted to do, and it really hit home. I think after my second son, it's like, man, there's more to life than mowing the grass.
It's more than that. That's enough for me. I'm like, God, sun came out again. I guess I got to cut the grass.
And it hadn't got like real violent in the metro area at that point, but it was signs. You know what I mean? And so I just knew it was time to pick up. One thing I would say probably, just researching family, talking to you about your family. Certain people are adventurous and are willing to, make moves like that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's an extreme move, but it was definitely 180.
It's a definitive move.
Definitive, no doubt.
It's like I'm going to totally uproot everything that I'm accustomed to and go into an area that has not historically been where we're welcome.
Yeah. I mean, I realized, one, I wasn't the first black person out there.
Right.
Later on.
Yeah.
And, really wasn't my choice. I just had to surrender and figure out where I was led to go. You know what I mean? So, and then that transition came pretty easy, not because of the trials and tribulations, like losing power, bro, for days or weeks. Yeah. You feel me? That is not.
I don't feel you. Like,
I'm just saying. That's,
I don't know.
That's
none
part
of
the gig. Yeah,
days and weeks. You said weeks,
bro. Like last year, we had 18 inches of snow. So that wreaks havoc on trees, which wreak havoc on power lines, and it don't even have to be in your area. It could be a main line or something. You know what I mean? So I'm moving out there. The neighbors had suggested, but I had already done that. Canned goods and a generator, because you don't want to lose your food in the freezer. You know what I mean?
Spoiled.
Yeah, so you got to get prepared. Yeah, so that was it was a transition. I had a cousin come out help me, and man, I actually have a cousin that lives helps me out often. Not so much anymore. He's married and with a kid, but yeah, bro, I got some family.
So what year was this when you purchased the land, and how many acres you sitting on?
Let me see here. Right around 20 acres. And we are in 2020, so this might have been like I don't know, 10 years ago, somewhere.
Okay.
In there. Okay. In that spot.
So around 2010, 2009, something like that.
Yeah.
So after the financial crisis or before the financial crisis?
Okay. After the financial crisis, right when it was going back up.
Okay. So right when 2010, 2011, something like that.
Yeah. And so that's when it was just picking up, and I was like, if we don't make this move now, it won't happen. Because I mean, it was already a lot of people moving to Oregon.
Yeah. Oh, you seen the rush coming before the rush actually came.
Yeah. And so if you didn't act, you were going to be, doing musical chairs. And then when the music stopped.
That's a fact. That makes me think about, I think I was telling you about this, or maybe it was somebody else, or maybe it was you. Talking to a lot of people today. But when we my wife and I bought our house in 2015, I believe, we weren't trying to buy a house.
Okay.
Like that wasn't at that time. In our late 20s, we weren't looking to, we were comfortable renting. Like we had a really nice apartment. Nice. It was new. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it was a decent price.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yo, we got AC. Like you got AC in Oregon. You live in luxury. Yeah. That's lavish lifestyle. So I'm like, oh nah, bro. And we got, you got the little stand up shower and you got the big garden tub. Like, man, we was good.
Yeah.
But around that time, 2013, 2014, that's when the, folks was starting to come into Oregon, and that's when the rent
Heavier.
started getting crazy, and that's
Yeah.
when we started seeing traffic. And I'm just like, yo, Portland is changing.
Yeah.
And I was like, if we don't get a house now, we're just going to get priced out, or at least we're not going to be able to get a price at the level of our rent. Because I just wanted my mortgage to match my rent. I want to lock in this price until I can afford to do more.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we did. But you said you got out a few years before that,
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Well, I mean,
seen the signs.
Yeah, there was the signs were here. You know what I mean? We had to make that decision, and I don't regret it at all. That was the best move I made.
No doubt. I wanna throw this at you.
Yeah.
There was it's crazy. One of my friend of mine, he's a student, but it's like we friends. Yeah. So someone that was in one of my cohorts that I teach in, the course is called Know Your Enemy: The Evolution of Racism.
Okay.
And it's the beautiful thing about like teaching a course on racism and then seeing people like really understand and identify what's going on and what we need to do moving forward, not just pointing out the problem, but like finding solutions, and knowing the solutions when you hear it, and it's not just entertainment. No, that's a solution. So, yesterday she sent me this, and I was like, this is perfect for what I'm about to talk about, because it ties into. So she sent me a clip from the 85 South podcast, and David Barron.
David Barron.
He was talking that talk, and I'll try to quote him as best as I can. He said, "You can't lead people. You can't lead the people if you can't feed the people." And he talked about he had talked to Minister Farrakhan, and Farrakhan gave him the advice to grow organic food. He said, due to the amount of GMO food in the system and the rate at which the earth is being destroyed, if you have a farm and grow organic food, people will eventually come to you and bow at your feet like a king.
Dang.
Those are the words that he said. What I took from that is we have to grow our own food. We have to own and control our destiny. And, land, housing, food, water, electricity is just like basics for survival.
Shelter, clothing.
Tell me about, what is it like? What is the level of satisfaction? How hard is it? And what is the level of satisfaction that you get from growing your own food?
Oh, the level of satisfaction is a 10 out of 10. And you can't do everything.
Yeah.
Man, like back at my house in Gresham before we moved, like we had chickens. So I had, when I was a little boy,
experience.
When I was 3 years old, I was going out getting chicken eggs at my great grandpa's house. So I was exposed, early on.
Okay.
Not to the level my kids are exposed, but I was exposed, to that from young age.
Yeah.
But the satisfaction is huge. Raspberries, the third year, man, just bumper crop. You know what I mean?
I don't know what that means. What's bumper crop?
Just buku, basket overflowing.
Okay. Yeah.
Golden raspberries. That's the favorite at our house. And then the regular royal raspberries. So we dedicated, and where we are, you're in, with deer, elk, and they can do damage. So you have to fence an area off, that's elk 10 foot tall. And so that, you can only fit so much depending on your area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, the satisfaction of growing your own food. Yeah. Strawberries, raspberries. We just got 80 feet of marionberries from our neighbor. They moved into town, sold a house to a younger couple, kids that wanted to move out. And they took their shot at it, but they gave us 80 feet of marionberries.
Sheesh.
And we was talking about, oh man, we're gonna have to buy some berries to start, and then boom, show up. Yeah,
that's crazy.
And then I like to grow collard greens and kale, mustard greens, turnip greens, stuff like that. So I got some of that going this year. Last year I just grew for seed.
Yeah.
I got involved with this group called Ujamaa Food Cooperative.
Okay.
And it's a seed cooperative that is based off of our ancestral food. So, of course, collard greens, cabbage, mustard, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I had always been growing, and I would sometimes give seeds away for gift packs and different stuff. But that was first time I was able to donate, to a group that could get them, and distribute them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I got the West Memphis Blue Collards.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you doing it all.
Some things.
What else do you do though? Because every time I talk to you, you be telling me something else about. Oh yeah, no, I got these goats. Oh yeah, I got these chickens. Oh yeah, I just sold some eggs to the. You know what I mean? I got lip balm. I'm like, man. What? So tell me, what is the full array of products and services that are distributed from Crosseyed Cricket Farm?
Well, we did a wedding last year.
Okay.
And that was real nice.
Mm-hmm. On the property.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. My cousin got married.
Word.
And man, my aunt came out, which is his great aunt, cousins, first cousins, second cousins, third cousins.
All the cousins.
All the cousins came.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful event. It was just beautiful. Beautiful day too. Beautiful evening. Yeah, it was great. So yeah, we do different things. We're talking about doing a yoga camp.
Yeah.
We do a camp
Make
out.
That happen.
Yeah, we do a camp out, annually where we invite families out and get them outside of the city so they can see the constellation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With no light pollution.
Yep. Get away from the city lights.
Get to smell it like, ooh, Daddy, that goat stink.
Right.
Right. Get them out doing something different.
Yeah. That's dope. But what's the, for those that aspire to do what you do, because, a lot of folks talk about, oh yeah, we need to do this. Black folks, man, we need to get our own land. Man, we need to start a farm. But they don't understand.
A lot goes into it.
The sacrifice.
Yeah.
The learning curve.
Yeah.
And just manual labor that goes into that. So,
yeah, man.
So tell me about the process of, like, do you herd goats or what is your,
our goats are really, I mean, we eat goat, you know what I mean?
Right.
I say we have, since I was, again, a little boy, that's my dad right now. He got a goat. He's fattening it up.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's just, it's our culture, but
fatten it up. How long? What's the process?
A year or two.
Okay.
It all depends, but our goats mostly are definitely, we eat them from time to time. Yeah. But it's about keeping the flora fauna away from the house and keeping me off of the weed eater. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you could spend a lot of time on a weed eater and whereas you could be spending that time doing something else.
Right.
Efficiency, always looking for efficiency. But goats are the efficiency for sure.
Right. So about how many goats do you have at this point in time?
Right now we're low. We got 5 goats.
Okay.
But
they take care of the weeds.
They take care of the weeds. The key is to get fence as close as you can to whatever it is you're trying to protect, and then a buffer zone.
Word.
You know what I mean?
Word.
I love mowing the grass. We talked about this before. I still mow the grass, right?
Yeah.
It's about the same amount that I did, back when we was in the city versus now. It's just I maintain this much, but the goats help me maintain this much.
Wow.
Chickens help me maintain this much. Yeah. A symbiotic relationship, they call it. Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. So you have goats. What all?
Yeah, we have some goats. We got sheep.
Chickens.
and cattle.
Okay.
Yeah, we got the Suffolk Katahdin sheep. Yes, just so you know.
Different.
Yeah.
High value sheep. Is that what you
No.
Okay.
So
right.
a Katahdin is part Suffolk and St. Croix, but it's a wool hair sheep. They shed their coat, and a Suffolk is the largest breed, and it's from England, and it's a wool sheep.
Okay.
And I got wool sheep from another firefighter named Fabian Jackson, and and I was his daughter was getting older, so he was making that transition, and I was moving, so I got the Suffolk from him, and then I bred in Katahdin from my neighbor. That's what's up.
That's dope.
And then the goats are boar.
Okay.
Goats, and they're more of a meat goat.
Okay.
And then I have one little Nigerian dwarf, tough little dude. Yeah.
Nigerian dwarf. Well, I mean, the name. I'm really not. I like the Nigerian part, but the dwarf though. What's going on, man?
Yeah, you know what a dwarf is. Yeah, he a little
just a little fella.
Yeah, he a little fella. He tough though, man.
I bet he is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
bro. Dude's Mayweather. You feel me?
That's what's up. David, tell me about how your worldview inspires you to be an entrepreneur. And to live borderline independently. What is the deeper motivation other than I just want to get away from the city? I want to be self-sufficient. Is there any deeper motivation?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably the deeper motivation is to show my kids versus tell
them. Yeah.
We're, I've been trained, in action. Like, this happens, react. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
And actions speak way louder than
facts.
Then you know what I mean. I get it. Like, I don't know where Brother David Banner is right now in that process, but I feel you. You know what I mean? But
you got to do it.
The great Bob Marley said you got to put it in the work.
What we need to do is, and see what happened. Our ancestors, they didn't grow. See, that's what black people messed up, man. That's what black people. We were supposed to be the ones growing the food. Brother Banner, with all due respect, are you doing it?
Yeah,
and that's the thing, man. Like, and we talked about this. A lot of folks speak ill on the ancestors for what they didn't do. But a lot of folks are not
judge a person in their generation.
And you got to understand what they went through, and you got to understand when you talking about what black folks was or what we should have been doing in the South and how we should have been growing all the food. We were.
That's a fact. Yeah,
we were.
Yeah, and still,
and we still do
today. Yeah,
but I mean the terrorism that was going on. The
documented.
The theft of land, like, man, why we ain't got no beach property? They took it.
Yeah, I mean,
why we ain't got no farms? They took it. Come on, man.
These are real, like, serious things too. You know what I mean. I'm thankful for my ancestors.
Facts.
All they, know what I mean. All they went through, and I'm here, able to talk about that, bro.
Still here.
Out of respect.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't just like family, it was neighbors. Like when our family moved from one part of the state to another part of the state, it was families that made that move. You know what I mean? And stuff. So, you wanna make all those people proud. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You feel me?
And I run into this with. It's crazy, like when somebody get a little woke, you know what I mean, coming to some information, and then they looking back, because I went through that stage. I never spoke ill, because I understand, like, you gotta uphold your family name, period. You know what I mean? But I understand the sentiment of looking at, future or past generations, like, man, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you set me up? And I feel like the question that we should be asking is, what am I doing to set up the next generation?
Mm-hmm.
Because we can talk about what somebody didn't do for us, and that explains why we're in whatever situation. Okay, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you 5 to 10 minutes to vent about what your ancestors didn't do.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got 10, 15, 20, 30 years to make it better
Mm-hmm.
for the next generation.
Respect. Yeah, that's true.
So are we going to actually work and create plans and execute those plans? Or are we going to continually look back and say, look at what they didn't do?
Mm-hmm.
Look how they didn't set us up. You know?
Yeah. I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you on that. But, for me, not only, like I said, action,
Yeah.
but to show other families,
Facts.
that there's
Facts.
not everybody has to live in the city in a neighborhood. Like I live in a neighborhood in the country, but I know my neighbors.
Yeah.
I can count on my neighbors. They can count on me. You know what I mean? So, there's more than one way to skin a cat, if you will.
That's a fact.
You feel me?
That's a fact. And, with you being a black man is it Corvallis or another city outside of Corvallis?
Yeah, a city outside of.
Okay, so small town
Benton
outside.
County, yeah.
Okay. I'm sure it's not too many of y'all out there.
No, there's not.
Right?
Yeah.
Ain't too many brothers and sisters out there. So what has it been like just over the past decade, the reception from, like you said, your neighbors and everybody else in the county when they see you around?
My neighbors all love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All love.
Yeah.
We have a local festival, and there's always poker.
Okay.
Volleyball. There's always something going. Arts, crafts, this or you know what I mean? So you get to know a lot of people. So it's been all good. And the area, I spend some time in town, but you know me, man, I want to connect to the earth and meditate and not hear cars, not hear horns, not hear doors slamming. I hear my neighbors start up their ride mower.
Country life is different, man.
Yeah, it's different, but I like that mental clarity.
Can you talk more about that? Because that's something that I really, just as I mature as a person, it's just like I understand the need for quiet.
Yeah.
I crave just quiet, just peace and quiet and serenity. So for you to essentially have that on demand, what has that done for you personally and spiritually to be able to live in that type of environment?
Man, wonders. Just to be able to silence, like you said. And it's not just necessarily because my kids are loud.
Right.
That's
a fact.
But to hear the wind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To hear the birds. You know what I mean? Man, that meditation. I want to shout out my man, Henry Storch. Like far as the community and other people, his children went to school with mine, and he just showed love, true love. But come to find out, he's a beekeeper.
Okay.
So he got me into beekeeping.
Yeah. And
there's a lot of meditation in that.
Really?
Yeah, man. You can find good mental work in a lot of stuff, like shoveling shit for real. It stinks. Like my kids.
I would assume so.
But the big lesson is for them. I mean, when you're hauling out a ton of shit, literally, right?
It's a workout.
Yeah, it's a workout for sure. But it's a mental workout because I said, listen, if you can shovel shit, bro, what can't you do?
What can't you do?
They hate it when it's time to get out them pitchforks and shovels, but yeah.
If you can shovel shit, what can't you do? Man, that's a profound statement, my brother.
Nah, real. And I got that
And
shout out my a friend of mine, Grant and Inger Coffee. But yeah, that was he had a son, he has a son, and he wanted goats, and he's like, man, if you want goats, you gotta like put in all the work. And he's like, I wasn't gonna be out there like that. He said, man, that's how he learned hard work, shoveling that shit.
Yeah,
it's like respect.
That's real.
Yeah.
So anybody that's about that thinks they're about that farm life, like myself, now I'm second guessing.
Well, yeah, it's serious.
Now I'm second guessing. No, I do want that though. I aspire to that.
But that's how you get that organic manure.
Yeah.
You fertilizer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Right. Yeah. Because if you don't go that route, then you go the pesticides or
you're going with organic versus synthetic fertilizer.
Okay.
And that's very popular in monocropping, like rows and rows of squash or whatever it is. That stuff needs fertilizer. And it's hard to a lot of farmers, they use chicken manure or whatever, but it not usually on like large scales.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. The world is changing rapidly.
We were talking about that, bro.
The world is changing so fast. It's like every year is 2 to 3 years.
Seems like it.
Right? And so a decade now feels like 20 years. Right? And so it is 2022.
Yeah.
Food is already expensive.
6% from last year. I think that's what I was listening to the radio. Well, I know I was listening to the radio, but I think it was 6%
right
from last year.
And you just think about how expensive it is to just go outside. Like food, gas.
Bro, yep.
Just any commodity, like it's more expensive.
It is more expensive, and it's happened so fast.
Like,
I mean, to me, it seems like a lot is happening fast.
You go to happy hour, dog. I mean, it's just I'm not as happy as I used to be at happy hour. I see the price. I'm like, wait, so what's the discount? I'm just getting a little bit less, and I'm still paying. You know what I mean, regular price.
Yeah, I think
at this point,
right? It's based on weight, weights and measures, and they cut a little off and increase the price.
That's it.
I think that's how it goes.
I don't know. Now it's just they kind of freestyling. They're like, man, we making up for lost time. The pandemic set us back,
bro. Yeah.
But I say that, David, to say like how not to scare people, but like how dire are the circumstances potentially in the next 5 to 7 years as it pertains to just getting food
security.
Yeah, food security.
Yeah, I think it's serious.
Yeah,
you had that meter. I was reading one meter you had like panic or something.
Oh yeah, the fear and greed index.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like we're potentially, locally, I think Oregon is set up really well.
Oregon is
really well.
It is
like minute you leave Portland, either direction, even up north, like we were saying, Richville, it's agriculture everywhere.
Facts. That's a whole fact.
You know what I mean? There's acres and acres of this and acres of that. Sheep, cattle, goat. You know what I mean? I don't know the depths of our food system here in the state. I'd like to know that, but I think it could be pretty resilient here.
Yeah.
Nationally, I could see trouble.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Not panic trouble, but concern. Serious concern.
Yeah.
And I will say what David Barron was talking about, growing food and stuff, that's admirable, but teamwork make the dream work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need a family farm.
Family farm.
Like multiple and not just a nuclear, preferably, right? You can have.
Preferably, like, so I don't like, for me, I don't work my kids like all the time. Oh man, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do that.
Yeah.
Because I want them to look on that fondly, you know, even the shit smell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do put them to work, you know what I mean? But I don't want to have you know, child labor, nothing like that. But no doubt, when it's time to we got like a new row of strawberries going in.
Yeah,
they'll be out because they love to get their paws on them juicy strawberries and the smoothies, eat them fresh in a jam. You know what I mean? So
it's different.
Yeah,
it's different out there.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, I can't wait for you to come out though.
No doubt. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it, man. No doubt. So we're gonna transition into our rapid fire section. So just a few questions here. Don't have to think about them too deeply. Just the first thing that comes to your mind. All right.
Respect.
All right. So first question: when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
A firefighter.
I knew it. Because you got one of them jobs that everybody wanted to be.
Yeah, man.
Tell me the. I mean, it's not a lot of black firefighters in Oregon.
No.
So not. How did you become a firefighter? How did you overcome the odds?
There was when I was in high school, we had basketball tryouts,
and
arguably the worst player. He tried out every year, and he would always get cut. But he tried out every year, and a good dude, you know, Dale Holsty. So
I thought you was talking about you. I thought you were trying to set it up like dramatically. I'm like, oh, look at him.
So
telling the hero's journey.
Yeah, so Dale Holsty, and then come to find out, I was like, man, me and this high school basketball teammate of mine was like, hey man, look, we should do this firefighter thing. So we find out about this Explorer program, and they're available nationwide, and it's ran through the police, sheriff, or fire departments throughout. And so we came across that. When I got into that, you had this interview process. You know, it was shaping you to get through, you know, how the fire service is set up. And across the table is Dale Holsty.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And man, I was relieved.
Yeah.
But no doubt, that's where it started. It started before I went there.
Yeah.
You know, years before. But then there. And then when I was in that program, there was a captain named Dave Persons. Dave Persons. Man, he said, David, come here. I know this guy named Erwin Warren, and they're looking for to hire black firefighters. Do you want to go up and call him? And I was like, yeah. Did that phone call. Set me on my way.
Perfect.
Yeah, respect. Yeah, man.
Destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and then I saw him years later at a fire when he moved and became a chief in Clackamas. And yeah, man, it was just, we locked eyes and talked a little bit. Yeah, man. Lots of people like that along the way.
That's dope.
But Erwin Warren, that was the black firefighter.
Okay.
That was a recruiter for the fire department, fire bureau at that time. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. The dream came true.
Yeah.
Dream came true.
Lots of them.
Best advice you've ever received?
Don't let nobody fool you. And God is real. My grandma.
The worst advice you ever received?
Forget about it.
Never forget, huh?
Well, man, you gotta, you know, you may not, right?
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna forget about nothing. I'm not saying I'm Michael Jordan. I'm not using everything against.
Hey, it works. It works. Hey.
Yeah.
Are you the petty?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. Because like you got to learn. You got to have tough skin in the fire service.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We live together. Like literally, you know.
Wow.
We're not sleeping in the same bed. We're sleeping in the same station. You're cooking each other's food.
Yeah.
You're going to coffee. You're going on calls. You're in some of the worst situations, stressful situations, funny situations with these people. So you know they learn your pet peeves and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
they know you.
They know you.
They
You
know
know them,
you,
and so you gotta have some tough skin.
Yeah.
But not to be petty. No, not at all.
For sure.
Yeah, but you got to be able to. You definitely got to be able to take it. You know what I mean?
I feel you. Man, I'm not even gonna get into it. There's a story I want to tell. It's gonna take us another 20 minutes. So, dog or cat?
Dog, but I really love my cat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
So you got both.
I have a barn cat.
Okay.
Raw.
And
And yeah,
life force.
yeah.
That's
So we had another cat, but either Al. I mean, this cat he was half the size of this cat, but he thought he was 6'5" and bulletproof. I don't know. He might have been like 3 pounds,
Right.
but he was tough. You know what I mean? But tough don't cut it.
Yeah.
You know, if cougars don't care,
get caught
owls don't care. Yeah. So we ain't seen him. We ain't seen him, but I want to get another cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you need a cat for the mice.
That's
You storing chicken food, whatever.
That's a fact.
Yeah. So I like
it's amazing how the animals just like they take care of, just naturally, just nature.
Yeah.
Nature takes care of itself.
Yeah.
Chicken or goat?
Chickens.
That was easy, huh?
Yeah. Long history with chickens, man.
Word. If you could choose any one celebrity as your life coach, who would it be and why?
Man, a celebrity. Probably Denzel. That just comes to mind.
Yeah. Denzel could drop all the game.
Yeah, he's got a lot. Yeah, a lot. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It seemed like maybe it's just one interview, but he's been having like a lot of viral clips.
Oh, lots of viral clips
recently.
Yeah, because when you say celebrity, it's like
I know. It's kind of nasty.
But Denzel comes like straight to mind.
Yeah, it's a fact. 3 months, fully financed sabbatical. Where are you going?
Probably back to Africa.
What part?
East and west, north and south.
You got 3 months, don't you?
3 months. 3 months. Definitely Uganda.
Okay.
To get the other piece of the Nile.
Where it started.
And Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Yep. I got that part.
People don't talk about Uganda enough when we talk about the beginning.
Especially
if you're talking about the Nile River, like
both of those.
It starts there and then it goes
blue and white Nile started in those countries.
Yep.
Yeah, and feed the Mediterranean.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Tanzania also, being there, Sudan, Eritrea.
Yeah.
Ghana. Back to Ghana. Man,
so
many places. Yeah, so many places.
Like I haven't touched the continent.
I would love, bro.
Yeah, gotta go.
Yeah.
I did my African Ancestry DNA, so like the one that only traces if you're African, and it connects you to potentially, to the tribe.
Okay.
So I did the patrilineal test, the Y chromosome test. It traced my ancestry to Mozambique.
The Mozambique,
yeah, and
people use those rivers to get around. You feel me?
Man, yeah, and
you can walk or you can take a river.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
I gotta go. And my line, my Y chromosome, put me in Mozambique or put my family in Mozambique. That's where they are right now, and I'm part of the Makua tribe. Yeah,
respect.
Yeah, so it's dope, man. Just taking that test and I'm like, because I was fully expecting Ghana, Sierra Leone, like Ivory Coast, something like that, because that's where I did like the Ancestry DNA test, and I could tell based upon like the cousin connections, it's more of like my matrilineal, my mom's side.
Okay.
So my mom's side traces me to West Africa, but my dad's side traces me to Southeast Africa. So it's like it was a surprise. It's dope though.
Yeah, them. The Bantus got around.
They did. They definitely did.
Fast, you know what I mean?
No doubt about it. If racism ended tonight, how do you think the world would change?
I'd like to say hate would be gone.
Mm.
Just straight hate would be gone.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
if hate is gone, then what does this world look like?
full of love.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what does that look like? I don't know. Maybe grandma's homemade from scratch lemon cake or mama's banana pudding.
Man, that's love right there.
Maybe them fried fish and potatoes. Man, that's just a simple look at it. It could be for some people. Could be a loaf of French bread. I don't know, but love though. Love is, man, it's pure.
Beautiful, beautiful. If you woke up tomorrow and found out that you hit the lottery for $100 million, how would you spend your money and your time from that day forward?
I would get rid of my cell phone. I would
So I'm
change my house number.
Yeah. Don't talk to me no more.
I would invest in more land. No doubt.
Yeah.
Timber.
Okay. What you gonna do with it?
Oh, that'd be for my great grandkids.
Okay. Pass it down.
Grandkid, yeah, pass it down.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up.
Yeah. Timber. I mean, the store, bro. Chairs, just the wood products are so many. I mean, bro, you ever use that shake cheese, that green?
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Look in that, bro. See what's in that.
What you mean?
That's wood, mostly.
Wait. Which cheese? Hold on. Parmesan? You talking about Parmesan?
Yeah, the sprinkle stuff. Sprinkle.
There's wood in the cheese?
Yeah, it ain't gonna kill you, but yeah, there's wood in there, bro.
Why?
Filler.
Do you produce Parmesan cheese from your farm?
No. See, milking is a serious thing. If you start milking, once you start milking a cow or a goat or a sheep, you have to commit to that. Sometimes multiple times a day. And there's nobody in my house I can convince. I mean, there have to be buku bucks in it. If there was buku bucks in it, I think I could convince the oldest kids. They're starting to understand money. Yeah. But yeah, that's a commitment to milking.
I could imagine. It doesn't seem like the funnest place to be, to spend your time up under a cow.
No, but it is. I mean, would you rather be milking a cow or be hungry? So
I feel you. No, I feel you. You gotta do. You gotta
learn.
Do.
So you gotta learn how to milk that cow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've never milked a cow, my own cows, other cows at friends' places, but I've definitely done it with goats and sheep to get the babies. When they're born, got to get them on it.
Got to do it.
Yeah.
How long could you live off your land without going to the store?
If you had to?
Yeah.
Well, we do have, MREs and stuff. If there was no store, or you just didn't want to go to the store?
If there was, just a huge earthquake or something that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like natural disaster, and ain't nobody driving, ain't no stores open. You on your own for the next however long. Like, how long could you all last living off the land without going to the store?
I think indefinitely, but
really,
it would definitely be some major changes. You know what I mean?
Comfortably, without dire circumstances for y'all.
I think a month. I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
About that, but I'm making moves, so maybe I could do it longer. But yeah, I'm trying.
Man, that's what's up. Last question: what message do you want communicated at your eulogy? You won't be there to enjoy it, but what message do you want communicated at your eulogy?
Love. Love conquers. I think it's been tried with other emotions or others, even other strong emotions. That I was about love, and that I wanted the best for my family, my friends, and my neighbors. Yeah. You know, I say that my name's David Barron, and I'm going to change the world for good. Love, man.
Simply put.
Simply put.
There we go. That's beautiful, man.
Yeah, I really feel it went really fast, but there's man, we weren't able to even dig in too deep on some of those questions. I wanted to go back, but thank you, man.
No doubt, man.
It's been great.
No doubt. Well, I mean, we don't want to end it without you giving your last, words and message to the people. So, any other points that you want to expound upon before we get up out of here?
Well, I would say that I've wanted to. I think we're on YouTube. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I wanted to, do my YouTube for a minute.
Yeah.
So
okay.
You guys are giving me inspiration.
Yes, sir.
By being here. My message is I want to teach and share how to homestead.
Yeah.
And make connections. Because there's a lot of people. I learned a lot of stuff from a lot of people. You know what I mean? But I'm able to share a lot. But I like to sit back and watch. I post some stuff and do certain things. Yeah. But mostly it's showing. That's the reason that camp out that we do for the families, to show them instead of tell them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And really, I guess we should break that down really quickly. What's the difference between homesteading and farming for those that think it's...
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's some person that's going to get out the Webster's dictionary.
You see, right here it says.
For me, homesteading is a family venture.
Okay.
And not that farming can't be or is.
Right.
But we're more into providing sustenance for ourselves and learning, sharing, beekeeping. That's beekeeping, having goats or cattle and sheep. That is farming, but it's more homesteading.
Yeah. Because
the sheep provide, food. You know what I mean? So we don't have a lot. We don't have some huge flock, but the cattle we just got into, and that to me, that's all homesteading stuff. If I was just, let's say I was just farming collard greens, and I'd for sure say I'm a farmer, but I do other stuff.
But you're doing a lot of different, variety of activities.
Different
so
things.
It's not just one thing. I get it.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
And it's not all for commercial purposes. Like, you live in there.
And so that's...
You just happen to sell things because you...
Yeah, because you want to be productive and you want to learn, but and you're a business, you're an entrepreneur.
Right.
But I would say that's probably the biggest thing that comes off weird. People's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to visit your farm. It's like, well, it is a farm, but it's my house, too.
Right. Like, I live here, bro.
I live here. And one of the good things I learned, hopefully nobody ever takes this as disrespectful. If you're around me, you hear it, this is my rodeo and you're the clown. You know what I mean? I set the ground rules, you know what
Respectfully.
I mean? Respectfully.
Yeah,
respectfully. Yeah, but no, the homestead, showing people how to homestead, that's my passion. That's what I love to do. There's a lot of good groups that show you how to farm, and that's a worthy way of going about it. But for me, it's more encompassing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, David, how can folks get a hold of you if they want to contact you, follow you on the socials, all that good stuff?
Yeah, you can find us on our website, www.crosseyedcricketfarms.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit.
Okay, Reddit too.
Yeah.
Tapping in. Yeah.
Well, a different way of viewing,
No, it's different. I need to tap into. I teach a podcast course at SEI, and one of my students was putting me on the Reddit. And I was like, dang, this is crazy. There's a lot of folks on here.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
It's like Twitter, but way wilder.
Yeah, see, I follow the Homesteading group.
Yeah.
Backyard farmers and landscaping. So they're not too wild.
Yeah. I'm just saying it can get wild.
Oh, I'm sure it could. Yeah. I mean, because there's so many different ways you can go.
Right. Depending on what whatever you following, and then they just get crazy. So,
yeah, but I just got into Reddit.
Yeah.
I just got into it.
That's what's up.
Yep.
That's what's up.
And then also you here shortly you'll be able to find us in Cason's Fine Meats on Alberta and MLK.
Okay, yeah.
And the Jerusalem Rose Market. Shout out my man Ramsey. Word. And of course Mr. Cason.
Word, no doubt. Making moves out here, man. It's beautiful to see.
Oh man. I give thanks, man. Give thanks.
No doubt.
Thank you.
No doubt. Anybody want to get in contact with me, hit me on Instagram, emmanuelwilliams.co, on Twitter at SXSNDLS. Go to my website, check out what I'm doing when it comes to equity training, emmanuelwilliams.co. And once again, y'all, it's the Socks and Sandals podcast, where economic elevation and spiritual cultivation converge, and we unapologetically discuss our worldview. Holla at y'all next time. Grace and peace. Thank y'all for listening and watching the Socks and Sandals podcast. Make sure you go to emmanuelwilliams.co for all things socks and sandals, all things that I do as an equity trainer and equity practitioner. Grace and peace.